Hi, I'm Joseph Patrick, co-founder of Lamont Brothers, and today we're going to compare LVP or luxury vinyl plank flooring with laminate flooring to help you understand them and make the best decision for you in your home. We're going to look at 5 key areas. We're going to look at durability, we're going to look at water resistance, we're going to look at aesthetic, we're going to look at price, and then we're going to look at environmental impact. Those are 5 key areas you need to understand to be able to evaluate the flooring for your home. So first off, we need to look at durability, because that's very, very important for a lot of people, especially people with kids or pets, because kids and pets are really rough on flooring. So if we look at the LVP product, this is an LVP product made by Evoke. We sell multiple different brands, but this is a good one. And what I've got to think about with this is the durability is generally less than a laminate product because it's vinyl, and that's a softer product. So this is going to scratch a little bit more than one of these other products that is a laminate, and it's just a harder, denser product. It's a harder top layer, and so it scratches a little bit less, and it will chip instead of penetrate. So your child drops something heavy on it that's sharp, and the LVP is gonna get damaged by a dent. It's going to slice it. This product is going to chip. Both of those you're going to have to repair with some type of colorant. This one is a little bit easier to repair. It's also harder to damage. Let's talk about water resistance, because that's a big one. LVP, fantastic. I have had many anecdotal stories where I've talked to someone and they had an entire room flood of water. They had an LVP down. They pulled the LVP up, dried the room out, put the LVP back down, back in business. And so LVP is very water resistant because it's 100% vinyl. Makes it a very good choice for that reason. Now, when we talk about laminates, we're talking about something that's a lot more complex, especially the way the industry has moved over the past couple years. And so you've got a lot of different grades. On the low end, you've got a laminate that's essentially a wood composite product with a paper on top. And if you get water on it, it is going to disintegrate, it's going to swell, it's going to create some cupping problems. It's just going to be not water resistant at all. Now, most of the major manufacturers have moved towards some type of water-resistant product. So these two that I've got right here, this is a Mohawk product, this is an Evoke product, and they both have water warranties. Mohawk comes with a lifetime water warranty. Evoke comes with a 100-hour water warranty. So both of them are very water resistant. They both take a different tact in how they accomplish that. The Evoke product, this is a wood core with organic resins. So it's 100% waterproof all the way through. You could soak this and it'd still be okay. The Mohawk product takes a little bit different tact. What they do is this paper surface is waterproof, and if you do a spill on this, it's going to evaporate before it damages the product. But the core is very similar to some of the older laminate products in that it is not water resistant. So there's good and bad things about that, but what it means from a waterproofing perspective is you're going to have to caulk with silicone the edges of the room, and you're going to have to worry if you do chip the surface or damage that, because that's where it could get damaged by water. As long as the surface stays intact and water can't get to the edges because it's caulked all the way around the room, you're waterproof, you're golden, and it's good to go. So both of those are good options, different ways to accomplish that. And so if you're using one of these modern laminates that has a waterproof feature, you're generally a little bit better with the LVP sometimes, depending on which strategy they took, but you're about equal in terms of an LVP or a laminate. So now let's talk about aesthetic, because all of us know that the fake woods that we're seeing in laminates and LVPs and flooring and other products have gotten way better over the past 20 years and begun to look really good. So does an LVP or a laminate look better? As a general rule of thumb, the reason I like laminates better from an aesthetic perspective is it's easier and the technology is better to match the grain pattern with the visual print. And the way you can tell this is take a sample and hold it in the light and see if what I'm seeing in this print here is actually the same thing I see reflected in the light when I'm seeing it in the light. And so I'm looking at this piece here, and this knot looks pretty fantastic as I look at this section where I'm getting light glare off of that and my eyes are tracking that with the pattern. What I can even see is this knot here has got a little crack in it that comes out there. Even that is telegraphed through to the pattern. So it looks really, really good. It's really hard for people to tell the difference between a really great laminate print like that and real wood, especially engineered wood. One of my favorite things to do, show people some engineered wood and some laminate, try to get them to tell them apart. I'll say half the time, they pick the laminate over the engineered wood as a real wood product. It looks that good. LVP has improved dramatically over the years, but the technology is not quite there on most of them to match as closely the actual print pattern to the actual grain pattern. And so what I mean is the texture matching the actual visual. And so with this one, I look at it in the light and I actually don't see, it's a great texture and it's a great print, but this knot doesn't shine through when I look at it in the light. What I actually see is I see a cathedral over here, which is where the grain kind of looks like a blob pattern, not a linear grain. I see a cathedral over here, but I actually don't see a cathedral in the print. What I see is I see a cathedral right here, right? But I shine that in the light and I don't see the cathedral in the actual texture. So in terms of aesthetic, I would tend toward a laminate. Let's talk about price. So in general, the LVP products have a price range that partly depend on the install. So if you're doing a glue down LVP, that's going to generally be on the lower end of the price spectrum. If you're doing a click together, that's going to be the higher end of the spectrum. And I do prefer a click together. It's thicker, it doesn't telegraph things through as much. You can do a floating floor installation, and I generally like it better. That price range generally ends up being about $3.50 to $5.50 a square foot. That's in general. Then if you look at the laminate products, they have a big price range, but if we exclude it to just the water-resistant laminates, which is really what I recommend most people do, then you're looking generally between that $2.50 and $4.50 a square foot. So really cost difference, changes on manufacturer and brand and where you're getting it and all of those things, but you're in general looking at probably a little bit less expensive for the laminate product. But not a big enough difference generally unless you're buying a lot of flooring to make it a driving decision-making factor. Let's talk about the environmental impact of these products. And there's two ways we want to look at this. We want to look at the environmental impact to the globe and the world in terms of the manufacturing. And then we want to look at the environmental impact of your home and air quality and the volatile organic compounds that the flooring has the potential to release. So when we compare these two products, essentially we're talking about a wood-based product in a laminate, and we're talking about a vinyl product that's a mixture of kind of a petroleum plastic-based product and chlorine. So if we look at those two products, wood is a very renewable resource. If the forests are managed sustainably and responsibly, it's something that will keep giving and giving and giving for a long, long time. And so it's a very good choice when you're looking to be responsible with your decisions in putting products in your home. The petroleum-based product is less so. It's a plastic-type product. It's harder to recycle. It is essentially harder to manufacture, harder on the environment to manufacture. Now, if we look at all the vinyl flooring that's created in the world, is it a significant portion of some of the damage that's being done to the environment? No, it's not. So don't feel guilty if you feel like this is the best decision to put in your home. But if you're looking for the best option in terms of environmental responsibility, I would generally choose a laminate. Now, you're going to have to look at the manufacturer, where are they sourcing the material, and what type of resins are they injecting into the product to make it waterproof. Because it could be that you're dealing with a product that's not sourced from an environmentally sustainable forest, or you're looking at a product that's injected with so much artificial resin that it is not generally an environmentally friendly product. This one in particular I love because this new product by Evoke is sourced from 100% sustainable forests, and it is 100% organic material that goes into the resins that make it waterproof. So it's a very environmentally friendly product. Thanks for watching. In this video, we've given you 5 key areas to evaluate when you're considering either an LVP vinyl flooring or a laminate flooring for your home. Please like the video, leave a comment. I'll be down there commenting and responding. And go ahead and subscribe to our channel for more helpful info on home remodeling.